Ever been ghosted or straight up ignored? You're not alone, but here's the deal. It's time to recognize when she's just not into you. I've been there, and it sucks. But understanding these signs early saves you time and pain. Today we're breaking down 5 undeniable signs she doesn't see you the way you see her. Why chase someone who's not chasing you back? It's like showing up to a fight where the other guy doesn't want to swing. Pointless. You deserve someone who fights your corner, not someone you have to beg for attention. It's 2024, gentlemen. It's time to step up and take the lead. Hit subscribe. Let's get this sorted. Number 1. Lack of communication. First up, we're talking about when she ghosts you for a whole day or more. You finally get that text back, and it's nothing but those ice-cold one-worders like, yeah, cool, sure. It's like she's not even trying. No questions about your life. No vibe of wanting to keep the convo rolling. Big red flag right there. When a woman's really into you, it shows. She's all over getting to know you, keeping that conversation alive. But if she's giving you nothing, it's probably because she's just not that into you. Now here's a thing that gets under my skin. When she only hits you up because she needs something. Like she needs help moving, or she's looking for a ride. It's clear as day she's taking advantage of your willingness to help, knowing full well you've got a thing for her. I've seen it play out with friends too many times, and it's always a downer. So watch out for that. If a woman really wants to connect, she'll do it without needing an excuse. Based on what I've been through, if I'm digging someone, I make it a point to keep in touch. Not replying for a full day. That's not how I operate. Even when things are nuts, I'll find a moment to shoot over a text, just to keep them in the loop. That's just how it should be. We all get caught up, sure, but if she can't spare a minute to hit you back within 24 hours, take the hint. She's likely not feeling it. So here's the deal. Communication shouldn't be a one-way street. If she's genuinely into you, you're not going to be left hanging, wondering what's up. It boils down to respect and making an effort. Don't let yourself be sidelined by someone who's not showing you the basic courtesy of a reply. Keep your standards high and don't settle for less than you deserve. Stay sharp, and remember, you're worth the effort. Number 2. She flakes out, heading into another major red flag. She cancels on you last minute. You've got plans, you're all set, and then out of nowhere, she's bailing an hour before. How frustrating is that? It's like a direct hit to your plans. She could have been upfront, could have just said she wasn't up for meeting or talking. Clear communication isn't hard, yet it feels like a rare commodity. If she's dropping plans at the 11th hour, coming up with excuses not to see you, that's a clear signal she's not into you. The first time it happens, okay, maybe give her a pass. Life's unpredictable, we all get that. But when it becomes a recurring theme, it's as clear as daylight. She's avoiding spending time with you, something no one does if they're genuinely interested. What really drives the point home is the lack of respect. Respect for your time, your anticipation, your energy. You're putting effort into someone, and it's only fair to expect some level of reciprocity. If that's missing, it's a no-go area. Don't chase after someone who shows no regard for your time or feelings. It's not just the flaking that's the issue, it's the blatant disrespect it signifies. If there's no respect, there's no foundation for anything more. Hold on to your self-respect and steer clear of someone who can't even stick to plans. Number 3. No physical touch. When you're really into someone, it's natural to want some kind of physical connection, right? Like holding hands, a friendly hug, or just a casual touch. But if you're noticing she's steering clear of any physical contact, or outright dodging your attempts to be a bit closer, that's a red flag waving right in your face. Let's get something straight. I'm not talking about cold approaches, like trying to get handsy with someone you've just met at a bar. That's a no-go from the start. What I'm hitting at is when you've spent some time with someone, maybe gone on a few dates or hung out as friends, and she's still putting up a no-touch zone. If you go in for a hug and she's not having it, or you try to hold her hand and she pulls away, it's a clear signal. Now it could be she's just shy or not big on touch, but if she's consistently stepping back from your touch, it's likely more than just shyness. It could mean she's not that into you, or maybe she only sees you as a friend. This isn't about making anyone uncomfortable. It's about those moments that naturally invite a touch. A hug goodbye after a great night out, for example. If she's avoiding these moments, chances are she's not feeling the same way you do. It's true, we all show affection in our own ways, and not everyone's a touchy-feely type, and that's totally fine. But it's important to pick up on these cues. If you're a few dates in and she's still keeping a physical distance, it might be time to reassess where things stand. Understanding and respecting her boundaries is key, but so is recognizing what her actions, or lack thereof, might mean for your budding relationship. Number 4, she calls you her friend. Once you're labeled as a friend, climbing out of that category can feel like scaling a cliff. It's not impossible, and sure, I might dive into strategies for escaping the friend zone in a future video, but success varies wildly and hinges largely on the person you're dealing with. When she frequently drops the F word, not that F word, but friend, it's usually not a great sign. It's often a woman's gentle way of saying she's not romantically interested without coming across as harsh. Hearing phrases like, "You're such a good friend," or "I love having you as a friend," can be a tough pill to swallow when you've got feelings for her. It's not a total dead end, though. I've seen cases where people have successfully navigated out of the friend zone. It's rare, but it happens. However, just because it worked for one person doesn't guarantee it'll work for you. Being seen as just a friend puts you in a challenging position. It doesn't necessarily mean it's game over, but the odds aren't in your favor. So if friend is a word you're hearing a lot, brace yourself. She's likely not viewing you in a romantic light. While not all hope is lost, it's important to manage your expectations and realize that changing her view might be a long shot. Number 5, talking to other guys. She's chatting up other guys, maybe even more than she talks to you. Or worse, she's seeking your advice on how to handle them. Now, it's possible she's mentioning other guys to spark a bit of jealousy, which, let's be clear, isn't a good look. It's a game-playing move, and honestly, it's beneath the dignity of anyone genuinely worth your time. Quality, mature women don't resort to such tactics. However, it's a reality we can't completely ignore. But here's the real kicker. She's coming to you for advice about another guy. Maybe she's met someone new and wants your take on how to catch his interest, or she's hashing out relationship dilemmas with you. This scenario screams that she sees you as the go-to friend for guidance, not as a potential romantic interest. She's positioning you squarely in the friend zone, not as someone she's looking to date. Another angle to consider is when she frequently brings up her ex. While this doesn't necessarily mean she's trying to rekindle an old flame, it often indicates she's not over him. Dealing with breakups is tough, no doubt. If she's fresh out of a relationship, it's understandable she might need time to heal. But for you, it's a precarious position. You don't want to invest your heart and energy into someone still tangled up with their ex. So, if she's openly discussing other guys with you, especially seeking your advice on them, take it as a sign. She views you more as a confidant than a potential partner. In these situations, stepping back and giving her the space to sort through her feelings might be wise. If there's still an interest down the line, reassess where you both stand. That wraps up today's insights. If you found this discussion helpful, hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing for more. I'm curious about your experiences too. Ever had a girl show you're just not the one for her in similar ways? Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going.
I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't run it. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs.